What's up guys, it's Matt from the Rusty Raptor Prop Shop, and today we're giving you a quick tip on how to use spray paint. Stick around. Alright guys, so one of the questions we get most often are how we get the nice finishes on our props. Now sometimes we use spray paint and sometimes we use spray guns, but when using spray paint there are a few techniques that will help you get the best finish on your props. Now everyone thinks they know exactly how to use spray paint, and there's thousands of different ways you can do it and different ideas and the best ways to do it. This is how we do it in the shop, which gets us a nice little finish on stuff, and we want to share it with you. So when using spray paint, we're going to use a primer today on this nice Jurassic Park cane here. We're going to start off. Make sure the can is very, very well shaken. When you're spraying, you want to keep about an 8 to 12 inch gap between you and the actual item itself. Now, if you're spraying something like this heavy filler primer here, sometimes you are going to get a little closer in there just to get some of the gaps filled up. But most primers, you're going to stay back further, or most paint, to get a nice finish, you're going to stay back a little further. Now, the problem a lot of people have in spray paints is that they have runs in their paint. Now, runs in your paint come from when you have sprayed too much paint in one area, the paint builds up and begins to bubble down. So what you want to do is the first coat you spray on just like that right there, you want to move very quickly, stay back like that, and just do what we call a dry coat. Now this is going to get a layer of paint on the actual item. It's going to help that next layer adhere. So you can go back and forth and get a nice fast dry coat on there. Now, as you see, I'm turning the item, not the can itself. I'm keeping the can in a straight line towards the item, keeping a straight path back and forth. Now, after that coat's good on there, you're going to put your next coat on there, which is going to be a heavy coat. This heavy coat is going to be the main coat you're going to use for the item, so you're going to want to make this much wetter than the last coats, and this is where you have problems that could come in with running. So, when you're spraying this next coat, the things you want to make sure you pay attention to, like we said, to stay 8 to 12 inches away from the item itself. You want to keep a steady pace back and forth as you're going. You also want to make sure you get a full coverage on the items. And when you're spray painting, you always want to start off the item. So you're going to start over here, like so. If this is the item here, we're going to start way over here, and you're going to work your way all the way down to the very end and finish off the item. You never want to stop somewhere in the middle. So you turn the can on, go all the way down, and stop. Turn the can on, all the way down, and stop. Now by stopping off the item, you're going to make sure you don't have weird buildups of paint and spots, and it's not going to build up anywhere like that. And go back and forth a couple times as you're here. Now we're doing a very wet coat in here to get it like that. Go back and forth over the full thing. Making sure we have full coverage on all the areas. Now this time we're making sure it's very, very wet because this is going to be our final coat on here. We're putting a very wet coat on here. Our last coat. Now those other coats we had in the beginning will help that stick on there, so we shouldn't have running. Like that, perfect. And that's how you get a nice coat on your finishes. Thanks for checking out our quick tips. Make sure to check out www.rustyraptor.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook at The Rusty Raptor, and stick around next week for some more tips.